What is up, guys? Still haven't changed the intro. I can't think of anything yet. If you know. Yeah. Anyways, steak night. You already know it. We got some New York strip steaks here. Don't worry, I froze them. We're gonna be having some steak today. I'm actually gonna do a surf and turf thing because I have some shrimp too. The shrimp are not part of this video. If you want a video on more shrimp, I think I did something shrimp already. But if you want a shrimp video, just let me know. Today's focus is la carne. So let's get started. The first thing we gotta do is get our steaks out of this little whatever. Trying to keep one hand clean for being my salt hand, you know? Best way to make meat is, or to make a steak, is to dry brine it, which means to salt it and put it in the refrigerator overnight. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing the next best thing when you're in a little bit of a rush. Almost out of salt there. And the next best thing, which is a 1 to 2 hour brine salt thing. I don't know. I'm gonna salt the meat well, and we're gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for about an hour. Okay? And this at least gives a little time for the salt to penetrate the meat. And I need to go get more salt. So once you've salted your meat thoroughly on all sides, and you'll notice the salt I got on the fat is not going to absorb because the fat is not going to absorb salt. But anyways, after you've salted it on all sides, we're going to just let this sit in the refrigerator for about an hour to 2 hours, and I'll be back then. Now it's been an hour. We're ready to finish up with our meat. Look at that. Beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do, figure out which hand you're going to handle the meat with. Left hand for me. And we're going to get a little bit of oil. And rub it all over the meat, all over the surface of the meat, okay? We're gonna do two things first. It's gonna give us a little something for the rest of our seasoning to stick to, but it's also going to give a little bit of a barrier before our meat hits the heat of the pan. So it'll hit the oil first and then the meat, if that makes sense. Now we're gonna season on all sides with pepper and garlic powder. And that's all we're gonna season with, keeping it real simple. You can use like a steak rub or something like that. But honestly, I feel like that's it's doing too much. I just prefer this. Now that our steaks are ready, we want to go ahead and turn on our heat. And we want the pan nice and hot. Once again, my stove is on some fucking X Games shit, so it gets super hot. Fuck. It gets super hot at just 4. So once your pan is hella hot, like, I don't want to get my hand any closer. Once your pan is hot, talking hot, look at that. We're gonna get our steak right on there. And you should definitely hear that sizzle. I'm thinking at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on all the fans, and the rest of this is gonna be voiced over. We wanna let our steak sit, and it's gonna cook most of the way on this side, and we're just gonna let it do its thing. It has a nice sear on one side. We wanna go ahead and get a nice sear on that fat cap. Once you're happy with the sear on your fat cap, go ahead and sear the other side. If you're done with that side, let it get on the last side. Go ahead and get some butter into the pan. So right here I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter. Gonna throw in a couple cloves of garlic, nice handful of thyme. And you're gonna get a spoon out, tilt the pan, and baste that baby up. And this is the point at which you would want to check the temperature if you're looking for a certain temperature. So I get out my thermometer, turn it on, stick it into the thickest point of the meat. And the temperature that you want to aim for is going to be 5 degrees below what you want. So if you want a medium rare steak at 135, you're going to want to take it off at 130. If you're happy with the doneness of your steak, you go ahead and take it off. Cover it with aluminum foil so that it doesn't lose too much heat. Let it rest while we work on our other steak. We're letting our steaks rest for about 5 minutes. We are ready to eat. Look at that. Look at them steaks. Let me just prepare these up real quick and then be right back. Look at this beautiful feast. We got the rice, we got the steak with the chimichurri. Link in description if you want. It's not pesto, I swear, this is chimichurri. I want the link in the description of how I make that. We got the tostadas, the camarón with the pickled onion. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God, I don't even know. I'm only gonna eat the steak on tape, on film, on tape. I don't know, I'm only gonna try the steak because this isn't part of this. And I don't know if those really deserve a video, but if you want it, of course, I'll make it. But anyway, we're here for the steak, so let's get busy. And yes, my mom also has a plate. As you can see, she doesn't like pickled onions on her stuff. And I didn't cut her steak for her because, well, she's a grown woman. She can cut her steak how she wants. Anyways, I'm gonna try this little piece back here. This little end piece. Some of that chimmy. Look at that. Good butter. I was afraid I overcooked it, but we still got a little pink in there. You can see that. I think it's a solid medium. It's still tender. Oh, it's so good. Let me try a little bit of this chorizo rice for you guys real quick. Look at that. I just put some leftover chorizo from the chile relleno video in the rice, and damn, it's bussin'. I'll take a bite of this, but that's too messy. We already know. Link in bio to that video also. Wow, look at me. I already have all the videos up. Y'all just gotta click the... This is great. But anyways, guys, this is how you make pan steak. Quick and easy. That only took like... Well, it took me a while because I'm filming and prepping and I was doing other stuff too. But just the steak alone, I would give it like... Okay, if you count the salt brine thing, then it could be more. But if you don't, I'd say less than 30 minutes, definitely. Especially if you're only doing one steak, 15 minutes easy, super quick. Anyways, it is time. If you like this video, leave a like down below, down there. Comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe, most importantly. And don't forget to hit the bell for future videos, and I will see you guys. Look at this steak. Just get one more little piece in the next one.